Yes, this white powder can kill you. You need to say no. What is this white powder? Well, it's white processed sugar. And processed sugar kills more people than any other white powder. When the blood sugar gets too high, that blood sugar will destroy cells. It'll destroy nerve cells. It'll destroy circulation cells. You'll see the incredible effects, the negative effects of hyperglycemia, too much blood sugar, and what it does to the nerves, what it does to the brain. Now we know that this results in a condition known as diabetes. And doctors understand this, but they have some different ideas.
High blood sugars increase your risk of developing prediabetes, diabetes, heart disease, as well as stroke. The good news is that you can often prevent or delay onset of type 2 diabetes by making healthy lifestyle choices.
When you get too much of this sugar, it will destroy the blood vessels, it will destroy the nerves. It has incredible negative effects on the body. Now we have to learn to use low glucose index, glyco-index foods. We have to be able to avoid the high GI foods, glyco-index foods.
Weight loss, regular exercise, and a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, as well as not using tobacco products, are key in managing diabetes. Take control of your blood sugars by getting regularly checked by your physician and making healthy lifestyle changes.
And most importantly, we need to learn that a synthetic anything is an insult to the body. And that these synthetic sugars, these non-natural, no life force sugars, these are the worst. They hurt the bowel flora, they hurt the body in so many ways. We need to have natural solutions. And we need to develop natural solutions, and especially to hyperglycemia, too much blood sugar. Diabetes, we have to learn more than just foods. We need to learn about our body. And one of the things we need to learn about is a muscle in the leg, lower leg, behind the calf, known as the soleus. This muscle does not burn glucagon. It burns glucose purely. And this is a big burst to lowering your blood sugar.
It was found that light walking after a meal in increments of as little as 2 to 5 minutes was significant in its ability to moderate blood sugar levels.
Major studies have shown that we can lower blood glucose dramatically with just a little exercise of the leg.
As mentioned, one of the reasons the Soleus reduces blood glucose is that it does not use glycogen. Here we see the total amount of energy expended compared to the usage of glycogen. Although the effort takes very little effort, the measure of activity is only just above that of sitting. The oxygen burn is much higher.
Bruce Lee noticed that no matter how hard he worked out, he could still walk home. That's because of the soleus. And the soleus has a different metabolism, does not depend on the glucagon. So walking is a very, very good exercise to lower your blood sugar. But all it really takes is a little bit of this soleus pump. Now look at this little exercise. That little tiny exercise of the leg will burn glucose out of your body. And the studies have shown just this little exercise, after a short period of time, maybe an hour or so, and it will dramatically lower your blood sugar. That soleus muscle is very, very powerful. And just that little muscle that you could use in a lecture or a movie or whatever, just sit there and it can help to reduce your blood sugar. As we see in the studies, there's a dramatic effect that after an hour or so, this will reduce the blood sugar. So we don't need to have all of those different synthetic chemicals. We can find natural ways of dealing with our blood sugar. And the Soleus push-up, that little exercise, can reduce blood glucose 52%. Celery juice miracle. Here's a wonderful recipe that can help to lower your blood sugar. Very, very interesting. This is another fantastic, fantastic recipe that can lower your blood sugar. Don't forget about cinnamon. Cinnamon is very powerful at lowering blood sugar. So we can develop ideas to lower our blood sugar with cinnamon. Putting it into our coffee, into cinnamon tea. There's lots of different ways we can lower our blood sugar. We've even been able to show that olive oil, and if you use a low GI brown bread, natural brown bread, with a low glycemic index, that this, with the olive oil, a little bit of black pepper, and it can help to dramatically reduce your blood sugar. Very, very important. But what about yoga? Well, let's discuss some different yoga postures that can also help. If we take our hands and ball them up like this and put it down here, we can apply pressure to the pancreas. The pancreas that produces the insulin. So we can help to stimulate it. Here's a nice little exercise that you can do that also stimulates the pancreas and helps it to stabilize the blood sugar through doing the pancreas job that stimulates the entire digestion. Take the breath out and then move these muscles up and down. You see what she's doing now. She's going to be using her hands. Then she's going to lean forward and apply pressure. Then you hold this for about 10, 20, 30 seconds. It will help to stimulate the digestion in the pancreas. Here we see his breathing. Air out, do this breathing exercise to stimulate the pancreas. Another exercise. Put your hands in the back and go forward. This also helps to stimulate digestion. Very, very powerful thing is pickle juice.
1. Drink pickle juice. When we consume pickle juice or apple cider vinegar or any type of vinegar for that matter, it allows our muscles to take in more glucose.
Learning to do diaphragmatic breathing, stimulating the breathing, put the belly out and learn to do diaphragmatic breathing and to also stimulate all of the digestive channels. And also know about sleep.
When we get a poor night's sleep, our bodies become temporarily insulin resistant the whole following day. And this means our blood sugar is harder to manage. So to set ourselves up for a good day of stable blood sugar the next day, we want to make sure we get a good night's sleep.
Here's another powerful formula of yoga that will help stimulate the different nerves of digestion and also help to lower your blood sugar. And recognize reduced stress.
Stress over your blood sugar spiking up, you can actually cause it to spike even more. When you are stressed out, hormones such as cortisol and glucagon are released, and these hormones cause our body to release more glucose into the bloodstream.
So now that I've shown you a whole bunch of very, very powerful ways that you can reduce your blood sugar with yoga, with diet, with exercise, even just a light little exercise with the Soleus pump. And recognize that we have to get away from those high glycemic index foods and get better health.